स्टूडेंट, स्वागत है आपका आपके अपने YouTube चैनल SRGCHOD इलेक्ट्रिकल पर एक बार फिर से नेक्स्ट लेक्चर के साथ इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन के। सो टुडे द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर इज लेक्चर नंबर 16 in which we will discuss the initial inverse magnetizing current of transformer. Means in the previous lecture we have completed the auto transformer, okay, and polarity test. Now in this lecture, that is very important lecture, in which we will discuss the behavior of the magnetizing current drawn by the transformer at the time of starting. Okay, you know, if there is any electrical machine that is based upon the principle of induction, so you know that there will be an induced EMF, and an induced EMF will always oppose the charge, will always oppose the supply voltage. That's why due to the opposing property of induced EMF, there is a less current drawn by the machine. But you know that when a machine is under starting condition, the value of induced EMF is equal to 0, and when E is equal to 0, in that case the current drawn by the machine will be equal to, that is supply voltage minus E divided by some resistance of the machine. That's why I is equal to will be V minus 0 divided by R, means the value of initial current has been increased. So today we will discuss the initial inverse magnetizing current of transformer, means when the transformer is operating under no load condition. You can see in the circuit diagram, we have drawn a circuit diagram for the transformer, in which you can see that the transformer is represented under no load condition. So under no load condition, the secondary current I2 is equal to 0, but the core will get magnetized because we have to connect this transformer to the supply voltage, and the switch S is connected here, which is closed at omega t is equal to 0. When this switch S is equal to, this switch S is closed at omega t is equal to 0, at that time the transformer will draw a very huge amount of magnetizing current. So in this lecture we have discussed the transient behavior of the magnetizing current drawn by the transformer at the time of starting. Okay, so let's Vs supply voltage Vs is equal to, that is Vm sin omega t. You know, this is sinusoidal voltage. Okay, and let switch S is closed at omega t is equal to 0. At omega t is equal to 0, the switch is closed. That's why when the switch will close, this transformer draw current that is called as the no load current, and this no load current comprises two components, that is magnetizing component and loss current component. So due to the magnetization of the core, an EMF will induce in the core. This is plus minus E1, okay, according to Faraday's law. So if we consider this is a ideal transformer, so in case of ideal transformer, the winding resistance and leakage reactance are considered as 0. That's why in that particular case the supply voltage Vs will be equal to how much? It will be equal to E1. So Vs as a function of omega t will be equal to induced EMF as a function of omega t, and the induced EMF in primary winding will be according to Faraday's law. It will depend upon number of turns and rate of change of flux, that is d phi upon dt. So here we can write that is E1 omega t is equal to, this is equal to how much? Vs of omega t is equal to Vm sin omega t. So we can write that N1 d phi upon dt is equal to, that is Vm sin omega t. Okay, so from here we can calculate the rate of change of flux, that is d phi upon dt is equal to, this is Vm upon N1 sin omega t, and we can write that d phi is equal to Vm upon N1 sin omega t, and this is dt. So if we have to calculate the value of flux, then we have to integrate both sides. So integrating both sides, integrating both side, we will get the value of flux phi is equal to, that is integration of sin omega t with respect to t, not with respect to omega t, keep in mind, it will be minus cos omega t divided by omega, and it is Vm upon n1 plus integration constant is c. So finally we can write that phi is equal to Vm upon omega n1, this is minus cos omega t plus c. This is equation number first. Okay, so we can draw it now. We can write that phi of t is equal to how much? This is minus Vm upon omega n1 cos omega t plus c. Okay, now we have to calculate the value of this integral constant, that is c. So to calculate the value of c, we will apply the initial condition at t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, it is considered that there is no flux in the core. We are neglecting here the condition of residual magnetism. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, we consider that flux in the core is equal to how much? It is equal to 0. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, phi is 0, apply this condition. 0 is equal to minus Vm upon omega n1, and cos 0 is how much? It is 1 plus c. So from here we will calculate the value of c is equal to Vm upon omega into n1. This is equation second. So you can see that the value of c from this equation we can put in equation number first. So from equation first and second, we will calculate the value of phi t is equal to how much? It is equal to minus Vm upon omega n1 cos omega t plus Vm upon omega n1. So we can calculate Vm upon omega n1 is common. This is 1 minus cos omega t. It is the value of flux. Means this will be the amount of flux that will flow through the core at the time of starting. Okay, now we have to check the nature of this flux and current. This is omega t. Okay, so if this is the supply voltage like that, this is the supply voltage, this is 0, this is pi, and this is 2 pi. Suppose this is supply voltage. Okay, so we have to draw this flux waveform. तो थोड़ा लार्ज बना लेते हैं वेवफॉर्म को फॉर क्लियर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. दिस इज ओमेगा टी. This is suppose voltage waveform. This is 0, this is pi, and this is 2 pi. Okay. Now we have to draw this waveform for flux. So at omega t is equal to 0. This is the 0 point at which omega t is 0. At omega t is equal to 0, the value of this flux phi t will be equal to how much? It will be equal to 0. Means the waveform of flux will start from here. Okay. Now at omega t is equal to pi by 2. You can see here when we will put pi by 2, that cos pi by 2 is 0. So phi of t will be equal to how much? That is equal to Vm upon omega into n1. This is the maximum value of flux. You can see here this will be the maximum value of flux, and can be write that is phi m, because this flux will be maximum when the term 1 minus cos omega t will be equal to 1. So the maximum value of flux is Vm upon omega. So at the point omega t is equal to pi by 2 means at this point this is pi by 2 we are getting the maximum flux. This is the point of maximum flux. Okay, and this is the point of 180 degree, that is pi. Now at omega t is equal to pi, how much flux we will obtain? We will obtain phi of t is equal to, this will be equal to phi m into 1 minus 1, because cos 180 degree is how much? That is minus 1, and when minus 1, so phi of t in that case, phi of t in that case will be equal to 2 times of phi m. Okay, so this is important point, that when omega t is equal to 180 degree or omega t is equal to pi, we are getting the value of flux is double of original value. The maximum value of flux is phi m, but at pi we are getting the double value of maximum flux, that is 2 phi m. This is called as doubling effect. इसी को क्या बोलते हैं हम? डबलिंग इफेक्ट. मतलब किसी पर्टिकुलर एंगल पर जाकर फ्लक्स की वैल्यू क्या हो जाती है, हमारी डबल हो जाती है, तो इट इज कॉल्ड एज डबलिंग इफेक्ट. दैट इज डबलिंग इफेक्ट. डबलिंग इफेक्ट. और इस डबलिंग इफेक्ट की वजह से ही जो हमारी मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट होती है, दैट इज वेरी लार्ज, दैट इज वेरी ह्यूज एट द टाइम ऑफ स्टार्टिंग. सो मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट इज लार्ज एनफ at the time of starting due to doubling effect. So see here, at omega t is equal to pi, the value of this flux is 2 phi. Suppose this is phi m. Suppose this value is how much? This is equal to phi m, and this value is how much? It is equal to, suppose this is 2 phi m. This value is 2 phi m. You can see that. Okay. Now the other value we will check at omega t is equal to how much? 2 pi. So you can see here, when omega t is equal to 2 pi, the phi of t will be equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, sorry, omega t is equal to 0, it is 0. At 2 pi it is 0, but it is double of the original value at pi. So the waveform of the flux will be like that, like that. So this is the waveform of flux. This is the waveform of flux, and we are getting, this is the maximum value. Okay, so the current, that is the magnetizing current. So you know the magnetizing current depends upon the flux. So magnetizing current is in same phase with the magnetic flux. So at pi there is a large magnetizing current due to the doubling effect. So the magnetizing current will be look like that. This, because it will be in same phase. Okay, and the amount of this current is very large at pi. So at omega t is equal to pi, the magnetizing current is equal to, it is equal to 10 to 15 times the rated value. See here, means अगर नो लोड पर जनरल जो रेटेड करंट है आपकी, अगर 2 एम्पियर या 5 एम्पियर है, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर 5 एम्पियर है, तो इट मींस जो हमारी स्टार्टिंग करंट होगी, मींस जो रेटेड करंट है अगर आपकी वो 5 एम्पियर है, तो हमारी जो मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट होगी एट द टाइम ऑफ स्टार्टिंग, दैट विल बी 50 to 75 एम्पियर. सो इट इज ए वेरी लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ करंट. सो इसीलिए इसको क्या बोला जाता है? इनिशियल इनवर्स मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट. So you know, when this large or huge current will flow through the winding of transformer, what will be there? The windings of the transformer may damage. Okay, so we have to avoid this initial inverse magnetizing current. So we can write, this is the voltage waveform, this is V of t, and this is the flux waveform, this is phi of t, and this waveform is for, this is magnetizing current I of t. Okay, so you can see here, at the time of starting, the current drawn by the transformer, that is magnetizing current, the behavior of magnetizing current, you can see this is transient behavior. You know, this is the transient behavior, but actual waveform of the magnetizing current is sinusoidal. So we can see here that at the time of starting, for some duration, the nature of current is like that. This is magnetizing current. This is omega t, and this is magnetizing current. Magnetizing current. This is of I of t. So the nature at the starting, you can see it will be like that. It will be like that. And after transient period, it will be sinusoidal. Okay. So up to here, this period is called as what? This is called as transient period. It is called as for transient magnetizing current. Magnetizing current. And after that, we are getting the pure sinusoidal current. So this is called as steady state. Steady state magnetizing current. Magnetizing current. Okay. So you can see clearly here, you know what is the transient response and what is the steady state response. You have studied very well in network analysis subject. So at the time of starting is nothing but it is the disturbance period. So during disturbance period, this will not cover its steady state value. So it will be some like that in this waveform. But after some period, it attains its steady state value and it comes into its original form, and original form of magnetizing current is sinusoidal nature. Okay. So the drawback of initial inverse magnetizing current is that due to the doubling effect, the magnitude of magnetizing current is very large, very huge, that can damage the primary and secondary winding of transformer. So we have to minimize this doubling effect. So now see in what way we can minimize this doubling effect. So if switch is closed at omega t is equal to pi by 2. See here, that is important. How to minimize the doubling effect? So in the previous case, the switch was closed at omega t is equal to 0, but now we are making the switch to be closed at omega t is equal to pi by 2. So see here, at omega t is equal to pi by 2, you can see here the value attained by the voltage is maximum. Means V of t is equal to how much? It is maximum. Okay. So at that time, the value of flux is how much? Value of flux is equal to phi t is equal to 0. So the value of flux, the general expression is how much? This is phi t is equal to, this is minus Vm upon omega n1, this is cos omega t plus c. Okay. So you can check here, we have to calculate the value of c by using initial condition. So at t is equal to 0, the phi of t is equal to 0. Okay. So 0 is equal to, this is minus Vm upon omega n1, and switch is closed at omega t is equal to 0. So omega t is equal to 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. So it will be equal to 0 plus c. So value of c is how much? It is equal to 0. When the value of c is 0, then the value of phi t will be how much? It will be equal to minus Vm upon omega n1 into cos omega t. So in that case, we will not get the double of the maximum flux at any stage. You can check here, for omega t is equal to 0, the flux is maximum. For omega t is equal to 90, the flux is 0. For omega t is equal to 270 or 180, you can get the flux is maximum. So in that way you can check that at any of the angle you will not get the double of the maximum value. So here you will get phi of t is equal to minus phi m cos omega t. So in this way we can minimize the doubling effect. So conclusion is that to minimize the doubling effect and to decay the initial inverse current, to decrease the amplitude of this initial inverse current, we have to switch on the transformer when the voltage attains its maximum value, and voltage attains its maximum value at omega t is equal to pi by 2. So keep in mind, whenever we have to start a transformer or we have to connect a transformer, we have to close the switch at t is equal to pi by 2, not at t is equal to 0. So it is very important question. Many times it is asked in GATE exam, ESC examination, that for minimizing the initial inverse current the switch is closed at, so we close the switch at omega t is equal to pi by 2. Okay. Also this initial inverse current can also be minimized when the transformer is switched on load condition. You know, in load condition the magnetic flux opposes the main magnetic flux. Okay. When it opposes the main magnetic flux, then the मेन मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स के डिक्रीज होने से क्या होगा, आपकी मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट रिड्यूस हो जाएगी. सो आज के इस लेक्चर में इतना ही. आई होप यू हैव एंजॉय द लेक्चर, एंड इफ यू हैव एंजॉय द लेक्चर प्लीज सब्सक्राइब द चैनल, शेयर एंड लाइक द वीडियो. थैंक यू.